Seconds to go. Start. Joint perusal of the aforesaid testimonies reveal that the victim for the first time had told about the alleged incident to Dr. Bhim Singh, subsequent to which mother of the prosecutrix was informed, and consequently the matter was reported to police station Sangam Vihar. It is also a well established proposition of law that minor contradictions or insignificant discrepancies in the statement of the prosecution witnesses should not be a ground for not accepting an otherwise reliable prosecution case. The Honorable Supreme Court of India in the case of State of UP versus Naresh reported in 2011 for SCC 324 has held as under. In all criminal cases, normal discrepancies are bound to occur in the depositions of witnesses due to normal errors of observation, namely errors of memory due to lapse of time or due to mental disposition such as shock and horror at the time of occurrence, where the omissions amount to a contradiction, creating a serious doubt about the truthfulness of the witness and other witnesses, also make material improvement while deposing in the court. Such evidence cannot be safe to rely upon. However, minor contradictions, inconsistencies, embellishments, or improvements on trivial matters which do not affect the core of the prosecution case should not be made a ground on which the evidence can be rejected in its entirety. The court has to form its opinion about the credibility of the witness and record a finding as to whether his deposition inspires confidence. Exaggerations per se do not render the evidence brittle, but it can be one of the factors to test credibility of the prosecution version when the entire evidence is put in a crucible for being tested on the touchstone of credibility. Therefore, mere marginal variations in the statements of a witness cannot be dubbed as improvements, as the same may be elaborations of the statement made by the witness earlier. The omissions which amount to contradictions in material particulars, that is, go to the root of the case, materially affect the trial or core of the prosecution's case, render the testimony of the witness liable to be discredited. Keeping in view the facts of the present case and applying the principle laid down by the Honorable Apex Court, the prosecutrix has clearly and unequivocally stated that she was raped by her father Lal Mohammed, appellant accused, in her statement recorded under section 164 CRPC and in her deposition before the court. In view of the above, we are of the considered opinion that the contradictions pointed out by the counsel on behalf of the appellant accused are minor in nature and do not render the evidence of the prosecutrix as unbelievable. Further, as per the version of the prosecution, the initial statement Exhibit PW1 over A of the victim was recorded by PW9 Inspector Kamini Gupta. Relevant portion from the testimony of PW9 Inspector Kamini Gupta is reproduced herein below. On 22nd February 2012, I was posted at PS Ambedkar Nagar as Sub-Inspector. On that day, I was present at police station and on the directions of senior officers, I reached at PS Sangam Vihar where the victim, namely T, name told as mentioned at serial number 1 in the list of witnesses attached with the charge sheet along with her Mosi was present. I recorded the statement of victim T correctly as per her version, which is already Exhibit PW1 over A. I attested the said statement which bears my signature at point B. Thereafter, the victim was taken to Ames Hospital where she was medically examined vide MLC number 5421 of 2012, already Exhibit PX, and her OPD card is now Exhibit PW9 over A. After medical examination, the doctor handed over MLC and the exhibits of the victim in sealed condition along with sample sealed to me. The said exhibits were seized. Wide seizure memo now exhibit PW9 over B, which bears my signature at point A. At that time, Women Constable Pooja was also joined the investigation with me. Thereafter, we returned to PS, where I made endorsement on the statement of the victim, wide exhibit PW9 over C, which bears my signatures at point A, and at about 9:30 pm, Rukka was handed over to the duty officer for registration of FIR. Thereafter, I, along with the women constable Pooja, Constable Pawan, the victim and her Mosi, reached at the place of occurrence, address told but withheld in order to conceal identity, and full address is mentioned at serial number 1 in the list of witnesses attached with the charge sheet, where accused was found present. He was court-hold with the help of Constable Pawan. I also called Constable Chhatar Singh at the spot. I prepared the site plan at the instance of the victim, which is now Exhibit PW9 over D, which bears my signatures at point A. Thereafter, we returned to PS. Stop.